your first book. What was the process like?
I would say writing this book was probably one of the hardest things that I ever did. At the same time, it was one of the most joyful things I did. I loved sitting down, hearing people's stories. It was just such a privilege to hear how people had been touched by God. In the process of writing the book, I interviewed about 80 people. These are people, some were pastors, most were business people, some nonprofit leaders, and so on. And I ended up choosing 27 of those stories to put into the book. But the whole process was, I began 3 years ago, and I began writing a blog. And from the blog, I started putting together the stories in the book. And it took about 12 months to write this book. And I certainly had a team of people. As I said, it was one of the hardest things that I did because I'm not a natural writer. I certainly wasn't trained as a writer. In fact, this wasn't even ever on my radar screen when people would ask me about my career. At the same time, as I said, I felt this great joy because I felt that this was God's purpose for my life, to help people on their spiritual journeys. And writing this book and helping tell the stories of Silicon Valley people was the purpose, and I felt just a joy in doing that. So as I said, it was a difficult process, but it was just wonderful to get to meet these entrepreneurs, business people who have fully committed faith in Christ.